turn the world upside down. It was said of Paul and the other followers of Jesus in the early church when they came into Thessalonica that those who have turned the world upside down have come here too. What a testimony of a group of people who were following Jesus. Wouldn't it be great if that was what was known of us? Whenever us as followers of Jesus went into another town, somebody would say, those that have turned the world upside down have come here too. What a great testimony. If you are not doing what you can in order to make the world a better place, then all your complaints are meaningless. And not only that, you will never break through to your enthusiasm zone. Listen, I remember when I was in college, I had a weekend ministry that I would go to every weekend. And there was a family in that community that had two young girls. And they were having such a hard time. They had trouble even putting food on the table every day. And we heard about this family at our church. And it was right around Christmas time. And we made a decision as a church. We were not a big church. We were a very small church. And we made a decision that we were going to buy presents for these girls and for the family. And we didn't just get like each girl one little present. We got a whole plethora of presents, just like the average kid would get on Christmas morning. And we brought those presents to that home, and they were wrapped and they were prepared for these kids to be able to open. And man, that was a blessing in and of itself right there. If nothing else happened beyond that, it was worth it. Here's the cool thing. About 20 years later, this girl comes up to me one day. I'm at a basketball game. And she says, "Do you remember me?" I had to be honest. I didn't. I didn't recognize her. And then she told me, "Me and my sister got Christmas presents from your church when we were real little." And she said, "I just want to say thank you." She is now a follower of Jesus, and she is doing the same thing for others that we did for her. That is what I mean by turning the world upside down. Jesus said to pray that God's will would be done on earth as it is in heaven. And the vehicles that God often uses, you and me as followers of Jesus. Let's help fulfill that prayer. Here's what I would encourage you to do. In Matthew chapter 7, Jesus said, "Pray and you will receive. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened to you. For everyone who prays receives, and to the one who seeks they will find, and to the one who knocks the door will be open to them." Here's what I encourage you to do. Pray about what God can do in you and through you to make this world a better place. How can you turn the world upside down? Is it getting more involved in your church? Is it helping the neighbor down the street? Is it calling somebody up who is lonely and doesn't have anybody to talk to? Is it sitting with somebody that nobody else sits with? What is it you can do? Is it volunteering with some organization in the area? Is it going on a mission trip? I don't know what it is for you, but pray about how God can use you to make this world a better place and to turn this world upside down. And then begin to seek. Seek out ways that can happen. Be creative. Creatively seek out ways to make the world a better place. It doesn't always have to be this big ordeal. You know what? When we helped that family in that small community, when I was working with that church in the weekend ministry, none of that got on the radio. Nobody wrote a newspaper article about it. It was never in a magazine. Nobody from the local news came down to do an interview with us. None of that happened. Outside of the ones involved, very little, if anybody, knew what was going on there. but it turned the world upside down. It doesn't always have to be big. It doesn't have to be the thing that's going to bring in the cameras and the reporters and people are going to be talking about. Listen, if you can do one positive thing for one person, you are turning their world upside down. Seek out ways to be able to do that. Pray about it. Seek out ways to do it. And then knock. Take action is what that's talking about. Go ahead and take the action. Well, I don't know exactly how to make this work. That's okay. Do it anyway. You'll learn along the way. Just take the step and make the difference. Begin looking for open doors. We do not have to kick down doors to make a difference in the world. We just have to recognize when they're open and walk through them. What difference can you make in somebody's life to help turn the world upside down? Because when you make the decision to turn the world upside down, you will make this world a better place, and you will break through to your enthusiasm zone because you'll come to the realization that it's not about you. It's about God and what you can do for others. Listen, guys, in our enthusiasm experience, we dig deep into this. We look at groups of people that you may have a passion for, and we look at ways that you're able to make a difference in individuals' lives. We look at the grand scheme of things and how you can help turn the world upside down. I would encourage you to go to TommyLanham.com and look up the enthusiasm experience and find out when the next one is and be a part of that. Because it will help turn your world upside down so that you can turn the world upside down for others. Listen, guys, make your decisions. Ignite that fire and live with enthusiasm. Here we go.